coming up.
Then.
Hang on, I've got to work out points.
Hold on a second. We must protect our general. They will interrupt with 2 command points.
Okay.
Here we go. Fix bayonets. Charge! Welcome to another episode on the JB Wargamer 87 YouTube channel. It is a very, very special mission here today. Befitting the narrative, it is literally the fall of Cadian. Colour Sergeant Kell and Lord Castellan Creed take on Abaddon, the Despoiler, head on in this 3,000 point mission, Onslaught. It is the Cadians, Astra Militarum, versus the Black Legion. The scenario is called All-Out War, and it's literally an all-out war on the fortress world of Cadian. Cadian is on the brink of destruction here. As you can see, the planet is crumbling all around them, and the Chaos forces have been slaughtering the guardsmen along the way. The relentless march of the Black Legion continues, and Abaddon, the Despoiler, wants to cut off the head of the Cadian army. Right, this is the 3,000 points of the Cadians, the final stand. This is Creed's very own chosen regiment that we have here. We have the Cadian 8th debuting on the channel here to befit the narrative at this very, very important time in history for the forces of the Cadians. And it is led by the general himself, Lord Castellan Creed. The warlord trait for Lord Castellan Creed is a fixed warlord trait. He has superior tactical training. So when an order has been successfully issued on a 4+, the same order can be issued to another Cadian unit. In addition to his warlord trait, I've actually added 2 additional command points here for tactical genius special rule that he has. And furthermore, he has a orders range, instead of 3 inches, he's 12 inches, so it's very, very handy there. And I think he can issue up to 3 orders as well, instead of the regular 2. So that's Lord Castellan Creed, and next to him is Colour Sergeant Kell of the Cadian army. So he is the highest ranking enlisted soldier, Colour Sergeant Kell himself. He carries the colours of the Cadian faction. So he is in subordinate for the main man himself. And then we have a subordinate commander. We have debuting on the channel for the first time, we have Captain Adam Holmes. So thank you, Adam, for your support, and welcome to the army group. So his equipment, he has a plasma pistol and close combat weapon. And then we have Lord Commissar Charles Cranford. I've given him a free relic, which is the Blade of Conquest. So strength 5, AP -3, and 2 damage, I believe, the sword. And that's him there. We have the Primaris Psyker and the psychic powers. These are not the best psychic powers, but I've got to fit it to the narrative. So Smite and Terrifying Visions. He has seen Abaddon's plan, so that's why he's terrified as to what's going to happen. So subtracts 2 to the leadership. Okay, it's not that great, but there you go, just keeping it to the narrative there. And furthermore, the gaze of the Emperor. He has been blessed by the Emperor himself, so basically on a 4+, for every unit within 18, this additional mortal wound, which is quite handy there. We have a Ministorum Priest, and then we have a Tech Priest Engine Seer, and I've spent an additional CP. I did have 20 command points spent on upgrades. So for example, the White Shields, they are White Shields, not Raw Recruits. They get rid of the Raw Recruits keyword as well. So I've got 30 white shields. Now debuting on the channel for the first time, we have the YouTube members. So YouTube members that join, you become a white shield in the Cadian army. So make sure you sign up today. So we have Mr. Egg Sauce. That's his name there. And then we have the little tank. So that is quite handy there. So a little bit of sense of humour there with the YouTube names. Thank you guys for your support there. So we have 30 white shields, white shield upgrade. I've gone for 2 special weapons teams, one of which is a sniper team, and then we have a melter team over here. And then I've gone for 2 heavy weapon squads of auto cannons. And then over here we have 5 infantry squads. Now infantry squads have improved thanks to the new rules update from Games Workshop. So we have Sergeant Donald Hammer. He's in command of this squad here. And then we have Joseph Darling. He wants to be an enlisted guardsman this time. So he is a regular guardsman here. And then we have a grenade launcher in this squad, and for this squad here, and we've gotten for a las cannon and a missile launcher for this squad. Now for this squad here, we have Anthony Leach. He is also a YouTube member. Thank you very much, Anthony. And then we have Drew Gunners, Sergeant Drew Gunners. He's in command of this squad. And then we have Sergeant First Class Patrick Darling. He's in command of this squad here. And then we have Harrison Leach. Anthony Leach's son is in this squad here. And then we have a las cannon for this squad here. And we have a plasma gun there for all 3 of the squads here. And then we have plasma gun, heavy bolter, and then plasma gun again. And all equipped with Vox casters. And it's a flat 60 points now. And that does not include spending the extra points for upgrading to heavy weapons and special weapons, which is quite handy there. They've gone up in points. They used to be 50, now they've gone up to 60, but you have the benefit of having heavy weapons squads for free, as well as special weapons and Vox casters for infantry squads only. So that's quite handy there. And then for veterans, you do have to pay the points for having these upgrades. So we have a Master Sergeant here with 3 plasmas, and we have a Vox caster for them. And these are veterans as well. And transporting them is George Whitehall, Warrant Officer George Whitehall. He's in the Chimera today. And then we have another anonymous veteran squad here, all again equipped with plasmas and Vox caster. And then he's actually got a power sword as well, so it's all WYSIWYG. Luke Ringel is transporting this squad here. And then we have veteran Sergeant Shay Strait. He is a true veteran of the Cadian army, also known as Cadian Sergeant Steele. He is in command of this squad here. And then over here we have the armoured support. So we have Devin Matthews is in command of this Leman Russ. This is a HQ tank company commander. He's got a Hunter Killer Missile and an Agura Ray. The Agura Ray means I get to re-roll one of the dice, which is quite handy. And furthermore, I've spent an additional command point to give him the relic battle cannon, the Gatekeeper. So it's a flat 3 damage battle cannon there. And then we have Marshal Cummings, who's in command of the Sentinels here. His speciality is reconnaissance in force, so the Sentinels, all of which are equipped with auto cannons. And then we have, just to let you know about the upgrades for the tanks, all the Leman Russes are exactly the same, except for the commander, of course. But they have battle cannons, hull-mounted las cannons, and sponson heavy bolters. So all the points have been paid for that. Furthermore, we have Raycross in command of this tank here. And we have Maxfield Knuckles in command of this tank. And then we have James Ashfield in command of this tank here. We have 3 basilisks, one of which is commanded by Tyler Griselli. He's in command of that basilisk. And Winston Adkins, he is a major general of the army group, and his speciality is artillery support. And then we have air support. Chris Comiskey is in command of this Valkyrie Vendetta, and is equipped also with the sponson heavy bolters. So that there is 3,000 points. And before we go any further, We've got to do a shout out to my Ultramarines patrons that are supporting me. We have Winston Adkins, we have CJ Velasco, Darren Gardner, Dean Lighton, Thomas Moore, Marcus Fraze, and all of those that are supporting me on the lower tiers, as well as the Ultramarines and Cadians. Thank you very much for your support. Do check out the tier levels on the Patreon page. There have been some tweaks and changes and benefits for those that are supporting me on a higher tier level. So do check that out, patreon.com/JBWargamer87, and unlock extra traits as well if you become a YouTube member in addition. That includes medals and promotion and in the ranks and that kind of thing. So there you go. So that there is 3,000 points. And I won't say the chant yet because Cadia hasn't fallen yet and Kel hasn't died. So that famous quote we're just going to say for the Emperor, and that's it. So we'll find out later on when I will shout out the proper quote. So we'll find out a bit later on. So what we're going to do now is going to check out the forces of the Black Legion. Ah yes, the dreaded foe, the enemy of enemies is upon us here. Cadians absolutely detest the Black Legion, and the Black Legion are here today. We have a very special guest. I've played against this guy a few years ago. He is a member of the Deployment Zone TV. Do check out the link in the description below to Winter's SEO's channel, and furthermore the website that he runs as well, and link to his Patreon page as well. So we have Luke Seaman. Hello. And he brings his Black Legion to the channel. So it's a debut on the channel for the first time, but do check out previous battle reports from the past. Last time I played against Luke was back in early 8th edition.
Beat the Bear, wasn't
it? Was a Beat the Bear battle report, and that was probably one of the best battle reports I've had the pleasure of playing. That was a really, really epic game. It was just a classic, wasn't it? It was Firstborn Ultramarines versus Firstborn Chaos Marines. So, never mind about that. We must think of the future of this planet. And we're going to check out the list. So, Luke, take it away. What have you got?
Okay, so let's start with the HQ. And you can't go without Black Legion without Abaddon himself.
Yes, now is he the Warlord?
He will be the Warlord, to give you the 2 extra command points as well.
Which has been added there. Yeah. Very good.
Next to him is Chaos Lord Cadian with a Thunderhammer and Plasma Pistol. It's a name that I've made up, and he is doing quite well. He's quite an eager beaver and likes to get his hands dirty and bloody. Yes. Next to him, a classic sorcerer there. Just standard, what you see is what you get, and he's going to have Prescience and Warp Time. Okay. Okay. Next to that will be Abaddon's Bodyguard, which consists of 8 Terminators with various weapons, melters and flamers.
Everything's all WYSIWYG pretty much.
Yeah, everything will be WYSIWYG, and then next to that will be the 3 Obliterators, which have got the Mark of Slanesh. Ah, yes. Of course. Everything else is pretty much Khorne because they're enraged. Yeah. But they're the only ones that everyone's frowning at them going, who are you following? Okay, fine. So yeah, behind them you've got 6 Bikers. The sergeant, or sorry, the champion, is well, he was once. He was. Power Fist, and then you've got 2 Melters next to him. You've got 8 Berserkers, with they're all chainsword ones, so additional attacks and such like. And then you've got another one with a mixture of chain axes and plasma pistols. And then you've got 3 lots of Chaos Space Marines. You've got a squad of 7 with plasma pistol, chain axe, and plasma gun. And then you've got an assaulty one with chainswords and melters, power fist. And then you've got a shooty one, bolters, plasma. Right. And then behind them you've got 2 predators, Trilaz, both of them. And next to that is my favourite, is Kaitan. The Kaitan. He's done very well. This has been actually the 2nd time I've played Chaos Space Marines in 2 years, fairly recently. So I haven't played them because of codex issues, but because of playing. So anyway, and then you've got 4 Rhinos who will be carrying 2 of the Berserker squads and 2 of the 10-man Chaos Space Marines. Yeah.
So your Legion trait.
Legion trait, you get +1 to leadership.
Yep.
And then any rapid fire weapons, if they advance, can be classed as assault weapons.
Assault weapons. Okay, that's handy there. And furthermore, we're going to give all these Chaos Marines an additional wound. So, for example, the regular Terminators will have 3 wounds, and we're going to have 2 wounds for the classic power armoured Space Marines, just to keep it balanced and keep it to the narrative as well. That's what the channel is all about. The other thing as well is to mention is for Astra Militarum, we will be using the new data rules. So, for example, if I roll a 6 to hit, it counts as an auto wound. So that's the trait that we'll be having here. But Chaos Marines will get a +1 wound, and that includes obliterators as well. Just keep it simple. And they will have Arm of Contempt.
Yeah.
Yes, Luke was about to say as well. So Arm of Contempt is in use in this game, and again fits the narrative perfectly. Accurate there.
Relic-wise, Cadian, the Chaos Lord, has got Talisman of the Burning Blood, which makes you re-roll advances and charges.
Oh, okay. A little bit of a tactical trait there.
He's that keen.
He's that keen. So is it 2,000 points on the nose?
It's 3,000.
Sorry, 3,000.
Just under. I realise I made a mistake on the list, but it's fine. I'm just under 3,000.
You made a mistake by
mistake.
coming on this planet in the first place.
We will see.
We will see. Nonetheless, an epic fight is about to commence as we go through the scenario and deployment. So this is the mission from the Warhammer 40,000 rulebook. It is Eternal War Onslaught, and it is called All Out War. Very befitting for the scenario we have here. So, the mission briefing. The swathe of ground must be captured and denied to the enemy. Your commanders do not care whether you drive back the foe's centre or surround and exterminate them. Complete domination of this area is their only concern. So, primary objectives. Victory points are awarded for controlling objective markers as follows. Domination. Progressive. At the end of each player's command phase, the player whose turn it is scores 5 victory points for each of the following condition. They satisfy for a maximum of 15 victory points. They control 2 or more objectives, and they control 3 or more objectives. They control more objectives than their opponent controls. This primary objective cannot be scored in the first battle round. So secondary objectives. In this mission, when the players are selecting their secondary objectives, they can, if they wish, choose for one of them to be the surround them below. Surround them. Progressive and endgame. Score 4 victory points at the end of your command phase, and at the end of the battle if you control both the objective markers in your deployment zone and 1 objective markers in your opponent's deployment zone. Score 8 victory points instead if you control all 4 objective markers that are in the deployment zones. So here is the map and scenario we have in this episode. Okay, we've spoken about clarification of terrain and the objectives. So we can talk about the objectives and where they are deployed. We looked at the scenario map. It was quite awkward, but we've done it as best as we possibly could, befitting the map here for this episode. So we have 8 objectives in total. There's a lot of objectives in this mission. So we have an objective here, number 1, objective 2, objective number 3, number 4. We have number 5 there as well, not forgetting the centre. Number 6, number 7, which fits pretty well in this ruin over here. And right next to Winston Adkins's basilisk. It's called Cadia's Call, by the way. That is the name of the basilisk. So we have that 8th objective over there. So clarification of terrain is pretty simple. Volcanic terrain will count as line of sight blocking, just representing the smoke billowing from the top there. And furthermore, that volcano over there. These are ruins here, there, and then we have a ton of craters over there and around here. These will just count as obscuring terrain for the purposes of hiding behind. And furthermore, we have the Imperial statue. So Imperial units will get +1 leadership for units that are within 8 inches. Luke said to me, I want to desecrate it. And probably that's what's going to happen, knowing what's going to happen to this planet. But nonetheless, that is the scenario. The Cadians will be deploying here, the grey area that has not been consumed by chaos, and of course chaos will be along here at the back there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to deploy our forces off camera. Before we do any deployment, just a quick tweak that we discussed off camera. The Cadians will be deploying, just to save a bit of time actually, they will be deploying first as they are defending their own planet. So we totally agree about that. And then of course the Black Legion will be deploying last. And the Black Legion will have the initiative because they are attacking. So we're going to do it that way, just to make it fair. So that there is the deployment. Extra bonus there for this particular mission. Right, this is the famous moment of glory for our regiment and Cadia itself. The deployment is done. This is the accuracy of the most critical moment of Kel's life. Kel is in the centre, leading his men forth, and along, of course, with Lord Castellan Creed himself. He is acting as his bodyguard. This, in the narrative, is his final presence in the 40k universe. Yeah, this is the very scenario where Kel could possibly die. But will history change in this narrative? So we shall find out. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the deployment. So we have Basilisks deployed here, infantry squad here, the heavy weapons squad deployed there behind the barricade, and then we have Captain Holmes in command of the left flank over here, the White Shields leading here into the centre. We have the Minister and Priest along with Lord Commissar Charles Cranford. He does have, I forgot to mention this actually, his relic, he does have the Blade of Conquest, so that'd be quite handy there. So there's that relic there. So that we have also another heavy weapons squad, an infantry squad, Castellan Creed, Colour Sergeant Kell, and then we have an infantry squad, 2 Leman Russes. We have a Leman Russ over there. We have the command tank, and we have the Adeptus Mechanicus Tech Priest Engineer, and then we have another infantry squad manning the crater there near the statue to grant them additional leadership. Infantry squad here, another Leman Russ over here. We have a special weapons team here, and then we have armoured sentinels on the extreme right flank, ready to engage against the Black Legion. And talking of the Black Legion, Luke, what have you done with your deployment?
Pretty much everyone is in a rhino where they can be. I've got the smallest squad on foot.
Yep.
In charge of probably objective markers and holding that one.
Yep.
Everything's just going to push forward. Apart from the tanks, we've got some prime targets.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Excellent. And then have over here, we have the bikes as well.
So yeah, we've got Chaos Space Marine squad in there.
Yep.
Who will probably be capturing objectives, and then Berserkers. So anything with the chains on. The Blingmobiles, as I like to call them. I've got Berserkers in.
Right. Well, there's no rolling to seize the initiative because the Black Legion will have the initiative, and of course they'll have the initiative, knowing Abaddon's tactical genius that he is. With the 13th Black Crusade, it is the fall of Cadia. It is the Black Legion Battle Round 1, Turn 1. Right, 20 command points. 21 command points now for the Black Legion. Is there anything else happening on the command phase?
No, we don't really do much.
Just don't care about command and control.
Yeah, that's it. He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. He's got a plan, which is obviously to destroy the planet. End the command phase. Battle round 1, turn 1 for the Black Legion. On to the movement phase. Right, definitely the Mark of Khorne is present in this scenario.
Did say.
So pretty much everything is advanced forward. The Rhinos have advanced forward. The Vikes, have they advanced?
They advanced, yeah.
They advanced as well.
20, yeah.
Full 20. Luke has done some really, really good dice rolling actually for the advances. So Black Legion going up very, very quickly to get in close quarters with the enemy, playing to their strengths. Is there anything else to report?
No, just.
Well, the Predators looks as though they've moved.
They've moved just in position, a little bit more in position.
Yeah, to get into range against the tank is hiding behind.
I mean, they were in range anyway, but
yeah, they were in range. It's line of sight purposes, I suppose. Yeah. That's it. And oh yes, smoke has been deployed on the Rhinos, making the most of the old rules.
Yes,
because that's
command
pretty bad. Command point now once. So for match play purposes. So that's the end of the movement phase for the Black Legion. Straight onto the psychic phase now. Black Legion, turn 1. No psychic phase because he's inside a vehicle.
it's brewing inside the Rhino.
It's brewing inside. Yes. So conjuring up the warp a bit later on. But nonetheless, we go on to the shooting phase now for the Black Legion, turn 1. Right, the riders here can shoot because of their Legion trait, and they're going to go shoot into the white shields. And it looks like the melter gun he's got as well. Anything else?
No, I'm just bolters because I can only shoot one weapon at a time.
Oh, okay.
So it's just bolters because
I can do bolters.
Melter on a guard.
Don't need bolters. Yeah, you could if you wanted to.
I could.
We have faith in the Emperor.
Right, so 12 shots.
12 shots, -1, but counts as assault for rapid fire. So hitting on 4s. The deployment zone symbol, I'm presuming, is 6s.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, okay. So few hits. Strength is 4, toughness is 3, so 3's to wound, and that is 3 dice. No AP. 5s. No, 3 white shields have been cut down already. Right hand has selected a target. He's going to target the tank commander here. What's the weapon you're firing?
It's the big cannon. Name escapes me at the moment.
Hitting on
3s, but I can re-roll because of Demon Forge.
Oh. And all but 1. Strength
is 8.
Toughness 8 on the Legion Russ. So 4.
And again, Demon Forge, re-rolling the wounds.
Oh, very handy.
I bet that will change in the next codex.
Yes.
Okay.
Didn't pay off, unfortunately. But that is 3 wounds. AP minus
2.
So we have a 4+ save because Lean Russ is a 2 up. So, oh dear, that's 2 fails so far on the drop dice. And we passed 1, so damage?
2 damage each.
So Lean Russ has 12 wounds down to 8 wounds. Predator Annihilator into the tank commander. 3 to hit.
Nice.
Strength 9, 3's to wound. Oh, 3 wounds. AP minus 3, 5 up saves. We save 1, 2d6 damage. With 2d6, he could do it. Ah, he's down to 2 wounds remaining, the Lean Russ here. This is Davin Matthews' tank in trouble. Rinse and repeat into the same target. Yep, so hitting on 3s again. Oh, these deployment zone TV dice are frightening me. Oh, they're all wounded. Right, I need a quadruple 6. Right, calling upon patrons here. To call upon a patron here, this is totally unacceptable. Winston Atkins, you need a 5 or a 6 for glory.
Oh,
no!
Oh,
right, do the damage. Do the damage. Get it done.
Oh, it's all of them wounded, wasn't it?
Well, you may as well do it. I'll do all 3. Oh, triple 5!
Nice.
Ah! I think... Hold on. What's the AP minus?
Minus 6. Minus 4, sorry.
Minus 4 on a las gun.
Yes. So they've all...
Are you sure it's minus 4?
Yes.
Because if that's so, I think I passed.
You have.
Yeah, we'll check the stats here. I can't believe it.
No, it's good.
He's done it, just about.
Just.
But those were saves.
Well,
wow. Okay. So do we explode? We don't explode. So unfortunately, the tank commander has been killed. And that is Devin Matthews' tank, a valiant effort nonetheless. Ah, it is a cruel world indeed. That's the end of the shooting phase for the forces of the Black Legion. Pretty impressive. Quite impressive roll earlier on, but it was not enough. It brought down the tank commander. A few white shields have been cut down over there. Leadership 9, because of the Lord Commissar's presence. Oh dear. Oh, that's perfect, because Leadership 9, that's exactly what he wanted. Any more casualties, there would have been a white shield executed. But no discipline has been maintained here. There. So that's the end of the turn for the Black Legion. It is now the Cadians' turn to fire and attack. 14 command points, back up to 15 for a new turn for the Cadians. End of the command phase for the Astra Militarum. We have yet to see our new codexes. Chaos will be getting their codexes, as well as hints of a new units for the Cadians.
Nice models.
Very nice models indeed for both factions. So that's the end of the command phase. Straight on to the movement phase now for the Astra Militarum. End of the movement phase, the Astra Militarum, turn 1. Sentinels stood still. Special weapons team stood still. The Leman Russ has stood still. This infantry squad has stood still. This tank has stood still. The tech priest engines here actually advanced 8 inches to get around to over here. So it's actually a -2 over there. So I should really put that back a little, because it is -2 to the movement. Infantry squad has stood still. This infantry squad has stood still. These have pressed forward to secure this objective, along with Creed and Kell. The heavy weapons squad has stood still in the crater. The white shields have pressed forward to fill in the gap and may fix bayonets and charge by the orders of the Lord Commissar himself. And with the Ministorum Priest, gives them extra attacks as well. And it's quite handy there, even though they're very, very poor at fighting. But nonetheless, we will fight on. Special weapons team, the snipers have stood still, trying to assassinate any characters. There's none that are disembarked yet. Auto cannon heavy weapons squad has stood still. The Primaris Psyker has stood still. The commander has stood still. Securing this objective, we must play to our strengths. The Basilisks has stood still, along with the Leman Russ tank, making the most of the doctrine. So, that there is, I can see the bikes, which is good news for the Psyker, so I could cast a smite on them, which is quite handy. So that is the end of the movement phase for the Astra Militarum turn 1, straight on to the psychic phase for turn 1, Astra Militarum. Primary Psyker, smite, goes off on a 7, D3 mortal wounds, that's 2 mortal wounds. The bikes have 3 wounds each. So down to 1 wound remaining on one of those bikes. And that's the end of the psychic phase. Straight onto the shooting phase now. Orders are going to be issued here at the beginning of the shooting phase. End of the orders phase on the shooting phase for Astra Militarum. Now, I've misplaced my commander. He's out of 6 inches of this heavy weapons squad, so he can't do take aim, unfortunately. So it's every man for himself over there. However, he has issued take aim order for over here. So then we have Lord Castellan Creed, very, very good actually, issuing orders in 12 inches, and he could issue an additional order to other officers nearby, but no officers are present. So, first rank fire, second rank fire has been issued to the White Shields, failed to issue the second order on a 4+ for them. So then I issued the second order to them, first rank fire, second rank fire. And then on a 4+, they successfully obeyed the order for his Warlord trait. And then the third order from Creed is take aim with the heavy weapons squad in the centre. So that's the end of the orders. We're going to go straight on to the shooting phase now for the Astra Militarum. Right, spending a single command point, reducing my tally to 14. We're going to do strike hard, strike first. And that's with the Sentinels. And it's going to be +2 to the hit rolls. And they stood still. So they'll be hitting on 2s, and they'll be firing at concentrated firepower against that Predator. Hitting on 2s, and they've all hit their mark. Strength 7, toughness 7, so force to wound. That there is 3 wounds, AP -1. Armour of Contempt, so it's 3s. And it definitely pays off with the new Arm of Contempt rules.
Yes.
There, very handy. It's Leman Russ, battle tank, concentrated firepower. This is James Ashfield's Leman Russ. Going to go into that Predator over there. The heavy bolters, hitting on 4s. Only 1 hit. And no wounds there. No relic of lost Cadian yet. Next up we have hull-mounted las cannon, and it's missed as well. And the battle cannons stood still, 2d6 shots for grind and advance. And I'm definitely going to spend a command point to re-roll that blast. We have no tank commander. Our communications have been cut off, sir. That's a bit better. 5 shots. 5 shots. Hitting on 4s. Okay, 3 hits. Strength 8. 3s to wound. 2 wounds at AP -2, but Arm of Contempt makes it -1. So 4s to save. That is 1 that's gone through. And D3 damage. 2 damage on that Predator. And that concludes that firepower. Infantry squad, led by Sergeant Drew Gunners, is going to shoot its las guns into the Rhino and going to fire the missile launcher into the Predator. So, missile launcher, firing a crack shot. 4s, hit the mark. 3s to wound. No! And I've used my CP reroll. What a shame. Next up is the las guns rapid fire launcher. Solid shot. Hit. 5s. Hasn't wounded, sir. Next up, las guns. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because the heavy weapons squad counts as having one. Come on, men! Ah! Hit the mark! 6s! 1 wound! 3 up! No! Las gun to the eye, slipped there. Las cannon from this squad. It's going to shoot over to there. This is commanded by Sergeant First Class Darling. Then we have the las guns into the Rhino, plasma gun supercharging into the Rhino, and then we have the las cannon going to shoot into the Predator. Las cannon going to call upon a Patreon. If Luke will grab a Patreon dice, anyone will do. They are all comrades. Who's this? That's a 6 there. That's what we love to see. This is CJ Velasco. 4+. Hits the mark. Excellent. 3s to wound. Yes. AP -3.
2.
Nope. D6 damage. Ah, 2 damage. Never mind. Okay. Pretty good. Good start. Next up is plasma gun. Not in rapid fire, but supercharging. 6 is an auto wound. AP -3, +1 for Arm of Contempt. So 5s. It saves. Well done. Good dice rolling there. And then 7 las gun shots from the infantryman. Not in rapid fire. Here we go. 3 auto wounds and a hit, and reroll that 1. That's another hit, 2 hits in total. So 3 have wounded. Another 2. Good shooting, boys. Ray crosses Leman Russ. It's going to fire its heavy bolters into there. And furthermore, we're going to fire the battle cannon into that Predator. And furthermore, we're going to fire the las cannon into the Rhino. Just to finish it off. Finish him. Right, battle cannon. 2d6 shots. Ah, 5 again. Right, here we go. Fire! Oh, 1 hit. Nothing. Rerolling 1s though. That's an auto wound. Can't complain. Okay, so that's AP -2 +1. That's on the Predator. And that has saved because of Arm of Contempt. Ah, las cannon hitting the Rhino. 4 is a hit. 3 is a wound.
Is 4 normal?
4 is normal, yeah.
So it's because he's got smoke.
Oh, he's got smoke. Yes. So that's -1. So that is a miss. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. It's like, oh, smoke. Yes, of course. Next up is the heavy bolters. Now, heavy bolters One auto wound. I'll reroll one of those. And that's only one wound. And that is a save. Well done. And that's the firepower concluded from that battle tank there. Toughness 20. Toughness 20. We've been talking about this monstrosity right in front. So we have an infantry squad here that's going to shoot into, what's that thing called?
Chiton.
That abomination. So the Chiton is going to be targeted by las cannon, and then going to fire las guns into the Rhino. Okay, here we go. So las cannon hitting on 3s. 4s, beg pardon.
Yeah.
One hit. Toughness?
8.
8, so freeze. It doesn't wound. Never mind. Then we're going to fire the rest of the firepower into the Rhino. Crack shot from the guardsman. He hits and it wounds. -1, but doesn't matter. He's wounded. That's his new trait. And it does save because of armor contempt. It's only AP -1. That armor of contempt, there would have been D3 damage as well. Never mind. We'll fire the las guns next. Rerolling ones. That's 3 hits so far. Now to... It's -1.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's smoke -1, so 5.
It's 5, yeah, it's 5.
Yeah, so...
yeah, not bad.
what a wound! We've got another wound. Free up. Yes, does it. Congratulations to you there. Chaos, come!
Gritted teeth.
Right, Lord Castellan Creed. His hotshot las pistols are out of range. And I don't think Kel's got any pistols as well. I think he's probably got some pistols. We'll double check the inventory for these both cats. Oh no. Right, we checked the inventory. Embarrassing. Only a las pistol from Kel, which he can shoot, I suppose. He's in range. He hits because he's ballistic skill 3+. Doesn't win though.
Sure.
And Creed's hotshot las pistols only range 6. And he's got a cigar butt as well. You flick it against the tank, I suppose. But it's not in range. It's not in the stats line. Never mind. We do have an infantry squad in front of us that'll fire into the Rhino, I suppose. Altar into the Rhino. 3 hits and an auto wound. And another wound. So 2 wounds in total. And both have saved because of Arm of Contempt. Bounced off the armour there. Now the las guns and plasma supercharging. Missed because -1. Because of the smoke. Not good there. And then we have 14 shots with the las guns. Actually, beg your pardon. That's going to be 28 shots because of first rank fire, second rank fire. 29 shots! Oh, there's a few 6s there. We have 4 6s. Now we'll pick up the misses. 1. Generate another hit. 1. Because it would have been 5s. So no other wounds, but 4 6s. So that's AP minus of nothing. And takes a wound again. Right, spending 2 command points. My command tally now is down to 11. We're going to do Aerial Spotter, and we're going to do Winston Adkins's Basilisk. Cadian's Call, it is known as. So, use the stratagem at the start of your shooting phase. Now, Luke has very kindly allowed me to use this stratagem, because filming and rolling dice can be a bit of a nightmare at times. So I'm going to do that. So use the stratagem at the start of the shooting phase. Select a Basilisk or Wyvern model from your army. You can reroll the failed hit rolls for this unit in this phase. So it's going to be quite handy there because I want to fire the Earthshaker cannon, which is 260-inch range. It's going to go all the way over to hit that tank over there. 240. I'll take that back. 2d6. Choose the best. I'll choose the 5, of course. Okay, 4s, re-rolling. 6 is auto wounding because of Astra Militarum. And I get to re-roll. Is there minuses on the Predator? No. No, would have been a full house. So that's 2 hits. 2 have automatically wounded. And just another 1. So 3 at 80 minus 3.
So 2. 5s.
5s to save. Saves 1, and that is 2d3 damage. So that's 4 damage. Yeah, a bit tame now, the Earthshaker cannon, but reinforcements are on the way. New codex coming soon. Central Basilisk, Anonymous. 2d6. I'll choose the 5 again. Okay, rerolling. 1s. It stood still. 3 hits. 3 to wound, strength 9. All of wounded, AP minus 3.
Yep,
that is very, very good. That was rolling on a 2. Is it gone?
Yeah, it's 3 wounds.
And the damage would have been, 4 wounds. And does it explode?
No.
It does not explode. It is a wreck. The Predator has gone. This is Tyler Griselli's Basilisk here, 240 inch range into the further Predator over there. The reason being is because not suffering any minuses. So 2d6 with the Earthshaker cannon. 6 shots. Good job, it's 6 for chaos. I'm going to do the heavy bolters in a second, actually. I forgot about them. Only 2 have hit their mark. 1 has wounded. AP minus 3. Arm of Contempt. No. D3 damage. 3 damage on the Predator over there. Luke has allowed me to use the heavy bolters from the Basilisks, which I keep forgetting at times. So hitting the bikes this time. So 1 automatic wound. I reroll 1s. That's another automatic wound. And 2 further hits. And 2 more wounds. So that is AP minus 1 plus 1. So you do get your Arm of Contempt. But it's 2 damage a time. Oh, that's 2 Marines cut down. Yep. You ever spend a command point to save the bike?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay. He's taken the CP away. And he's down to 19. But that kills a bike. And 2 wounds goes onto the other bike. Right. Bit complicated here. Purposes of line of sight. So this sniper is going to go over to there. We have a sniper who's going to go over to the Rhino, because you can't see down there. And then we have another sniper who's going to go down to the bikes. Las guns here are going to go down there, and the las gun here is our range. It's going to do the las guns first, 1 of which is in rapid fire, so 3 shots. Reroll 1s, just still. No hits there with the las guns. Next up is the sniper over here. Which, oh wow, that's a mortal wound in addition, and that's an automatic wound. Yeah. So take a wound and take an armor save. Yeah. Oh, pop shot! I could have pop shot a Marine there. Who was that? Wow, good shot shooting there. So next up we have another sniper shot into the Rhino. 5s to hit because of smoke, no. And then we have another sniper into the bike. It does hit. It doesn't wound because it's only strength 4, the bike is toughness 5. Next up is the las guns, which I've already done, and that's the special weapons squad completed. Next up, we're going to fire the heavy weapons squad. They're going to shoot into the bikes. Heavy weapons squad over here. Rerolling 1s to take because they're stood still. 2 are automatically wounded and 2 hits. Strength 7. Toughness 5, so that's 4 wounds in total. AP minus 1 plus 1. Another one, that's 2 damage.
On
the biker that goes. It's good shooting there. Next up, we have the Lehman Russ tank over here. This is Maxfield Knuckles is Lehman Russ, a veteran of the Cadian army. We have the battle cannon and las cannon are in range, going to shoot into that monstrosity over there, and then we're going to have the heavy bolters that are going to shoot into the bikes. So 2d6, choosing the best for grind advance. Sorry, no, actually it's just 2d6 in total. So I'm going to stick to that. There's no choice actually because I spent my CP. I'm not going to do shock troops, I'm going to do them a bit later on. I want to get a little bit closer. Wow, that's 2 automatic wounds and 3 additional hits. Only 1 wound though. So that is 3 saves in total at AP minus 2. Oh, that's 2 wounds to come through. Has it got a 2-up armor save?
What's this one?
Yeah, that one.
No, 3.
3. Okay, so 2d3 damage. Only 2 damage! Arr! It's just bouncing off the armour here. Next up, we've got the Lexicanum, rear-iron ones, because of Cadians, and missed. Now the heavy bolters. We have 6 heavy bolter shots, 3 automatic wounds into the bikes. That's it. So 3 wounds. Another 2 damage. So another one is on its last wound. It's going to put it on that model there. Concentrated firepower. Going to supercharge with the plasma. May as well. Going to shoot into the Rhino. Bolter. Rear-iron one. Stood still. Cadian trait. 1 automatic wound. 2 hits. Another wound. Even though it's -1.
Fine.
Fine. Absolutely fine. Because of Armour of Contempt. Plasma. Supercharging. Missed. And we have another lasgun shots here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lasguns. Lasguns! 1 automatic wound. 3 hits because of smoke. Another wound. There's 2 wounds in total. AP -0. And no damage. Okay, that's from the infantry squad over there. With the white shields over here, they have 108 shots, so to simplify things we can do 27 at a time times 4. So here we go. The in-5s are going to shoot into the bikes. 6s are automatic wounds, so 4 so far, and I moved, so needing 5s because of their ballistic skill. Okay, keep a tally of that. I may as well do that now actually. Get another dice there. 5s to wound. Another 2. So that there is 6. And then we rinse and repeat. I'm keeping the tally here. Back to 27. Second round. There is another 5 automatic wounds. Another 2 hits. Actually, that's 2 wounds. Yeah, 2 wounds. So that's that done there. That's the second batch. Here we go. Third batch. I can understand why it's auto wounding. The massed volleys of las guns. It's quite frightening. So it's another 6 automatic wounds and another 3 hits. I don't reroll ones because I moved. In case you're wondering, another 2 wounds on top there, and the fourth batch. Wow, we've got another. Whew. That's another 7, and then next over here, I can understand they're quite frightening now. The old las guns, and just Astra Militarum in general. When they get those 6s, that's another 8 hits, and 5s to wound. That's another 3 on top there. So what's that in total?
Oh, it's getting
Yeah.
6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 31. 31 wounds. Wow. Okay, here we go. Here we go indeed.
Here we go indeed.
Actually, it's not bad.
That's actually really good. You've lost
1, 2. That's
another one there.
2.
Another one there.
3.
3. So is that how many guys is that in total?
3 gone.
3 bikes gone.
Yeah.
Oh,
3 wounds, yeah.
Yeah, got 3 wounds each, so 3 bikes been cut down. We may as well fix bayonets and charge, lads. And that's what we're going to do on the charge phase for glory and for the Emperor. And talking of the charge phase, that's what we've done. That was the last of the shooting phase. Straight onto the charge phase. Yes, fix bayonets, charge, and we're going to go into the Rhino and the Biker. Do you want to Overwatch?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. Right. Charge! Yes, we get stuck in. 8 inches on the move. Right. Bit of a conundrum here. Unfortunately, the Ministorum Priest can't charge because there's no gap for him to fight. And he can't have influence because it's not units for Win 6, it's models. So they will not get their bonuses. So we only have 9 attacks here for the white shields. So we do have 9 dice in our hands. It's like pointing at, "Hey, you, Mr. Exhaust, want to cut you up, mate."
Stupid name.
Hitting on 5 for white shields. Oh wow, we've got 3 hits. Come on, for the Emperor.
That's 6 plus as a wound, or is it only with shooting?
It's only with shooting.
No.
Yes, only with shooting. And then we got a wound. Take that.
No.
No, it's not to be. Right, do your attacks. That's the conclusion of my attacks. He's going to look at the sergeant's attacks now. The champion. There's no sergeant here.
So 3 because of hateful assault.
Yep, -1 because of power fist.
And doesn't count with. Come on. Right. Right.
3 of it.
Get death to force because of power
to
fist.
squish.
Square. Oh.
Oh,
No,
2 have been
2.
squished.
2 have been squished.
Not Mr. Ixels, because I want to keep him alive. But we want to kill these anonymous white shields. Fill in your gap. YouTube membership. Become a white shield. Next up is these attacks over here. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to do them now. Attacks against the Rhino. 4 hits. Now it is only to shoot, not in close combat. 1 wound. No AP. And he gets a 6.
I like to think that.
I've lost 2 guardsmen there as well. So you need to do the morale phase. Leadership is fine because of the presence of the Lord Commissar. So that's there. Is completed. So that's the end of the battle round for both sides. They both had their turn. Now we're going to go on to battle round 2, turn 2 for the forces of the Black Legion. 19 command points. Back up to 20 for the Black Legion. Right, it's the end of the command phase. Luke, tell us how many points have you secured?
I've secured 11 because I've got 5 for the primary. Secure 4. And then I've got 2 for bring it down because I took out a tank from the last one.
You did, that was the tank commander.
I mean, you did as well. And then I've got Force to Surround, which is the secondary objective for the mission.
Yeah, alright. Okay, that's the end of the command phase. Chaos are winning, of course, because they do have the initiative. And they should win with regards to the narrative as well. So, Pressure, yeah. History-altering moment here. So that is the end of the command phase, turn 2 for the Black Legion. Going to go straight on to the movement phase, turn 2 for the Black Legion again. Right, it is the end of the movement phase for the forces of the Black Legion. So, Luke, tell us, what movement have you done?
Lot forward attack is the main thing.
Yes.
I'm moving tanks into securing. Sorry, he's supposed to be over there. Tank securing objective markers, and then everything else that's in them piling out. I think because we were so close, we got close quick, so everything is come out and Abaddon is on the table.
He's turned up. Ah, yes, I see. Abaddon has turned up, and he has a target. Yes, Lord Castellan Creed. He has his objective, and that is the mission, the prime mission that he will be taking here. So, that is the end of the movement phase for the forces of the Black Legion. Psychic phase?
Yes.
We do have a psychic phase. We're going to go straight on to the psychic phase now. The Black Legion, turn 2. Looks like he's going to cast Prescience onto these. Is it Corn? Mark of Corn? But Mark of Corn, aren't they? So, but I could try and deny with my Primaris Psyker. And see if the power goes off first. Charge value
is 7.
7. And that is a 8. I have to get a 9. I am within 24. And that is an 11.
That's fine.
I will double check to see if I'm in range, but Prescience may not be going off easily. There he is. Yes, the Emperor has blessed this man, this Psycho today. Psychic test number 2.
Is going to be Smite.
Smite. Okay. Into the nearest enemy unit.
Yeah, I was going to do warp time, but we're surrounded by a target-rich environment. So I don't.
White shields it is, it looks like. Warp charge value of
5.
5. I'm going to see how many psychic powers I can deny. I think it's only 1, but I'll double check. It does go off. Only 1. D3 mortal wounds. 2 white shields have been smitten. Okay. They're dead.
Just the 2. Just the 2. Just the 2.
Well, the others were knocked out. Of course, lightning bolts flash in this sector here. Anything else?
No, that's shooting then.
Okay, that's the end of the psychic phase. Straight on to the shooting phase now. The forces of Chaos Black Legion.
So all the bolt pistols are going to go into your heavy weapons over there.
Going straight on here at the shooting phase.
8.
Carrying on with the shooting phase, just calculating how many dice.
8.
So you're targeting
The heavy weapons.
The heavy weapons squad. Okay.
Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s.
Okay, prescience hasn't gone off, which is unfortunate.
So that's 7 hits.
Toughness 3.
And that will be toughness 3. Yeah, so that will be 5.
5 wounds. AP minus nothing.
Nothing.
Plus 1 to my saves actually.
Yeah.
Because
You're in a bunker.
I am in a crater. I save. A heavy weapons base has been killed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this one off here. Pistol from the sorcerer. He does not hit.
And then the plasma pistol.
Plasma pistol. Are you gonna supercharge?
I'm a captain. Why not?
Why not?
The Lord, rather.
A lord. And
Yep,
he hits.
hits.
2s to kill. Yes. And who is that?
That was the Lord to your.
Oh dear. 5 up. Plus 1. No. Died.
Bolter into the ones that I can see.
Yeah, that's the whole squad.
Is that one big squad there?
No, that's a heavy weapons squad, and that's an infantry squad.
I'll take heavy weapon squad then.
Okay, heavy weapons squad. Hitting on
Both hit.
both hit. Strength of the weapon
Is a storm bolter, so.
so freeze
Combi
to
bolter,
wound.
sorry.
Combi bolter. Plus 1 to the same throws and then cover. Oh no! One of the guardsmen has been killed. Bolter into the white shields, hitting on 4s because -1 to close combat. 3s, 1 wound. 5 up flak armor. No. Actually, get up, soldier. Take him off. Mark of Khorne, berserkers over here, going to shoot into the infantry squad over here, the lance cannon.
I've got 7 shots with both pistols.
Yep. Freeze to wound.
4.
4 wounds. We are in cover, so it's a good job as well. Otherwise, there've been 4 casualties. Only 1 has fallen so far.
And then the plasma.
Plasma.
Just 1 shot.
Just 1 shot.
Not overcharging. No.
Fails to wound. Okay, glances off the flak armour, but another guardsman has been killed here. Heavy flamer. This is in the infantry squad on the far right. 5 automatic hits. 3s to wound. Oh no! We've been cooked alive. This is -1.
Yeah.
So +1 for being in the crater. Yes, 5s. We save 2. But 3 have been cooked alive. Next up,
Normal flamer.
normal flamer. Another 1, but he's been wounded. 4 up. No. So that there is how many casualties?
That's 3 so far.
3 so far. So these have been burnt alive. So 1, 2, 3. Ouch. Been cooked alive here. Lots of combi here, combi there. So mix and mash of weapons here.
Same squad.
Same squad. Really on 3s.
Re-rolling.
These are Terminators, Chaos Terminators. Very,
Abaddon.
yeah, Abaddon is there. Strength.
So 3s to wound.
Freeze to wound. It's a good roll. That is a lot of saves to make. That there is 10 saves. I was going to do Cadian stands, but nah. 4s to save. Take your time. So another 3 have been cut down. A good dice roll, but another 3 have been cut down. It's +1 to the cover saves as well. So, oh no. We're going to have to lose a Patreon. Harrison Leach is gone. Anonymous Guardsman. And take off the Voxcast. Casualties running high here. Number 6. Abaddon into the same squad. So hitting on 2s because it's Abaddon that is spoiler. The ruinous worlds.
Because it's not right, and then 3s.
3s to wound. Now, what is this weapon?
That's his
Underslung.
It's Talon of Horus. It's -1 AP.
-1 AP. 1 has been killed. Another guardsman. Oh, I'm gonna have to take a wound off the heavy weapons base. Ouch. Bolter from the Rhino.
Same squad.
Same squad. 1 hit.
Reroll because it's
yes, because of Abaddon.
and being the not yes, I've only one. No
And
wounds.
no wound. Okay, bounces off. Flak armour. Next up. Pistols into that squad. The Melters are going to go into the Leman Russ. This is James Ashfield's tank that could be in trouble here. So 3s.
Rerolling.
Rerolling. Okay.
And then 3s again.
3s again. So another 4 it looks like.
Yeah.
3 saves. Save 1. Another 2 have been cut down, so I have to take off the heavy weapons base. And who's this? Patrick Darling. Do I keep the sergeant alive? Yes, I will. Because he is a fellow Cadian member of our army group. He stands defiant with his chainsword ready. Guns into the Leman Russ. Both have hit their mark.
4s.
4s. Leman Russ has a 2-up armour. -4. So it becomes a 6+, but in cover 5s. Saved none. And I think one of them is in Armour Bane.
Yes.
So you will get D6 +2. So you may as well roll 2D6 and then add 2.
Oh. I'm going to reroll 1.
You're going to reroll 1 for a CP. And that there is 7 damage. Reducing the Leman Russ to 3 wounds remaining. Las cannons. I think the anti-tank war, the Chaos are winning here. To finish off James Ashfield's Leman Russ.
All hit.
All hit. 3s to wound, strength 9, toughness 8.
3 wounds.
3 wounds. It's going to be a 4-up save.
Yep.
Can cover. Saved 2 critically. D6 damage. And it's 3 that he needed, and it's 3 that he's got. Does it explode? Does not explode. James Ashfield's tank has been destroyed. At the very Battle of Cadia itself. James Ashfield, thank you, comrade, for your support on the channel. The guy Dan wants to take on the Tech Priest engines here to protect the tank. He's like standing there with omniscient axe, like, you come near my tank and I will kill you.
No, really.
So.
And Demon Forge.
And Demon Forge.
I want to make sure.
He wants to make sure that he dies. This is relentless stuff here.
3s.
The Black Legion. 3s.
All hit.
All have hit their mark. He spent his
Strength
CP. 2s to wound. What's the AP minus?
-2.
-2. We do have a 3+ armour. How many saves is that?
That's all of them.
All of them?
8, yeah.
8. Right, I have 8 dice in my hand. 3-up armour, 5s to save. For the Omnisire. All defiant, but 8 damage. Obliterators have selected a target and they want to destroy the heavy weapons squad. Right. Explain what this obliterator does.
The obliterator has flesh metal guns. So when shooting, you roll a D3. So you add D3 to the strength 6. Then you roll a D3 for the AP, and then a D3 for the damage.
Okay.
So for the strength first is only 7.
Oh, that's all right. Only strength 7 against toughness 3.
Yeah. And then AP is -3.
Oh.
And then damage is 1.
1 damage. Okay. Right.
12 shots.
12 shots. Hitting on...
Oh no, I've got... No, it's not. It's 18.
18. Hitting on 3s. Okay. But 3.
2s?
2 saloons. AP minus. I think they're dead.
AP minus 3, 1. Yes.
They've been killed. Even if it's 1 damage a time, it'd be enough. Ah dear. Ah dear. You're going to shoot again for 2 command points.
And they're going to shoot at one of the basilisks.
Oh, which one? Anonymous Patreons.
I'm going to shoot a Patreon because I'm that.
Oh, horrible. Which one?
The one to the right. Oh, wait, your left.
This one?
Yes. No.
That one.
What's his name? Winston, is it?
Winston, the artillery commander.
Oh, well, the artillery commander. Yes. You've just.
No! I've marked my own comrade to death. This is not good.
So I've got to roll it again. All the same.
Okay,
one.
all the rolls is exactly the same AP strength.
No, I've got to do because it's a different round of shooting.
Yep.
I've got to do the whole thing again.
Okay.
So strength is 7.
Okay. It's going to win you a 3 still.
AP minus 2.
Okay. 5 up save.
And 2 damage.
2 damage a time. That's a bit better here for the obliterators. 18 hitting on 3. Endless cacophony. Yeah. No. Okay, another one there.
Thank you.
And now strength is to open top. It's toughness 6.
3s.
There's a nerve shaker. Basilisk topped. Oh no! How many wounds is that?
That is
8 wounds.
8.
Minus 2. 5 ups. Oh, Defiance! We've survived! But it's taken 6 damage though. The Basilisk is down to 5 wounds remaining. I'll double check how many wounds a Basilisk has. I think it has 11 wounds remaining. Well, that's good news. 5 wounds remain on Winston Atkins's Basilisk. So it's still alive here. But has taken a ton of damage in this vital battle here. Anything else? Charge! Furium! Chaos!
Imperial player?
Oh, evil being consumed here in this sector. There's going to be a ton of charges to be declared. Coming right up. Right, he's declared charges. They are going to charge into here. The Terminators, I'm presuming, are going to charge. It's going to be minus 2. I don't think they're going to make it, to be honest with you.
I haven't declared because...
You haven't declared?
No, I haven't declared them because...
Hesitant because they saw the statue.
No, they can destroy it.
I'm going to desecrate his statue. That thing there is a target to Overwatch. So we'll spend a command point to Overwatch. And furthermore, they are going to charge them. These are going to charge the White Shields. And the Obliterators are going to charge into that infantry squad over there. Marcus phrase, your moment of glory. We're going to fire the battle cannon. D6 shots. 6 for the Emperor. Glorious stuff here today. We may die as Cadians, but we will fight on. Our duty is not done. 6 is an automatic wound on your foul abomination. 1 save, AP minus 2. And that is D3 damage.
On this?
Yep.
Okay.
Take 1 damage.
I will.
I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll that damage, I think. And we still get a 1. Oh! Next up is another Patreon. Come on, Thomas. Thomas Moore for the Emperor. Needing the 6. No. Burning Patrons here. I've got 2 left.
Delightful.
So now, I'm going to fire the Heavy Bolter. An automatic wound. 1 save of -1. No, 2 damage.
Yep.
Knocks it right off. Now your charge distance is -2 because you're going for a crater. And there's a defilement. sergeant in the way.
Yes.
His name is Sergeant Darling. Sergeant First Class Darling to you.
Do Titanics ignore?
A good point. You do. You do ignore the -2 because you are Titanic.
9.
Yes. We'll double check, but I think he's going to make it. They ignore difficult terrain when it comes to craters. 9 is what he needed. And 9, in other words, is bad news for that tank. Oh dear. Ray Cross! I think your tank is about to be flipped.
I need to charge that. Oh, you can go through
charges. Yes, I got no more Overwatch, so you just do your roll.
Yeah, they're in.
Oh, they're in as well. Next up
is them into the closest.
Yep, they're automatically in, and they'll go in. And over here, now it's going to be -2. He's just dropped the tape measure, and one of the Chaos Marines has just fainted.
An obliterated charging.
Obliterator's charging. You'll need
a 12.
A 12. You literally need 2d6 and get a 12.
Nope.
No, it's not to be. Okay. Do you want to spend a CP to re-roll the charge?
Right.
Very, very unlikely. Boxcars.
No.
No?
I've thought about it too long.
What about it too long? It's not going to do it. Okay. We're going to move the appropriate models. And we're going to go straight on to the close combat phase for Chaos Black Legion. Forgot to mention that Cadian, we'll let him charge. He's going to go into that infantry squad there. It looks like they are in big trouble. Right, who are we going to do first?
I'm going to go over there.
He's going to go over there into that infantry squad. So, number of attacks you have?
Loads.
Loads, in other words.
Because of Hateful Assault and the additional chainsword.
Yeah.
So, and then the word melter guns.
Melter guns. Yeah. So, hitting on 3s.
With a death to the False Emperor. And that
death to the False Emperor, it's got additional attacks as well. Okay, strength. 3s to wound. That's quite a bit. 13 saves of 5+. Pretty defiant. But we'll see. We've lost 8 casualties from that infantry squad over there. I forgot Power Fist time. 4s to hit. Only 1 squad will survive.
No.
Ah, you definitely will survive. Failed to wound there. But 8 have been cut down. Right. Oh no, who's that? Anthony Leach has been removed. Cadian! Go on then.
Hang on, I've got to work out points.
Hold on a second. We must protect our general. They will interrupt with 2 command points.
Okay.
Here we go. Fix bayonets. Charge! Right. Attack. 4s to hit. 12 attacks. That's good. 5s. Only 1 wound.
Takes a wound.
Takes a wound.
You just made it more cross.
Now they will fight back. Blood is what we want. Blood. Right. What do you want to do?
Right. Chain axes first, which there are 3 of them.
Yes.
Wounding on 2s when they hit.
2s.
And then my word.
Oh dear.
So that's 4 additionals. Now.
Oh no.
Wounding on 2s.
No.
Because they're strength 5.
Oh. How many wounds is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 at -1.
11 wounds at -1. They're dead. They've been cut down to a man. Only Colour Sergeant Kell and Creed are alive. Protect
The general! I have my sights on the generals, and the standard. Take the colours. Show Cadian no mercy.
What's happening here?
Because they can attack twice, they can sort of wipe out and then consolidate and then into the next. So they'll go into that lot over there. I'm going to save them so they can watch all their men die.
Yeah. They're like,
This is how Cadia falls. See your squad over there? They will die by the relentless, unyielding will of chaos. Submit to chaos today. Colour Sergeant Kell. Jordan Kell, yield to us. Yield. We will take you to Abaddon himself. No! We will defy you this day. Cadia will stand. Take your chaos filth off our planet.
well, the plan was to listen up maggots with this squad over here to form a screen to protect the colours. However, knowing the nature of Khorne berserkers, their relentless pursuit of blood.
Stop. There's chain axes.
Chain axes.
No, not other than one. So that, but there's an additional one there. So.
Yep. Because of death to the false emperor.
Twos. Because of the axes.
Yep.
So that's 8.
Train your stands, commanders!
Another.
-1.
7 have been killed. Sir, we're last on our patron. Joseph Darling has been succumbed to chaos.
So how many is that? We've lost. This is horrible. Grim stuff. 5, another 2 more. We're going to have to take off another special weapon and a wound on the heavy weapon. Hold it right there. Luke, tell us what's happened.
Because
You can't go too berserk.
No, I can't go to because it's consolidation. It's not a charge, so they don't get hateful assault.
So, a second chance, Joseph, darling. Show your might for Cadia.
But they've got chain swords. So, not so good.
Not so.
They're trying to reach over. And then
Into wound.
2.
Come on, you got a second chance here. AP minus?
Nothing.
Nothing? Flak armor! No!
No! Joseph Darling has been removed. And another guardsman killed.
Merciless. And this is
4,
any other attacks?
5.
Oh, over here. We're going to go straight over
6.
here. Right. Oh dear. That's a lot of hits.
So I take the 2s out, but we'll be re-rolling 1s because the Lord is nearby.
The Lord is nearby. Okay, re-rolling the 1s.
Okay, that's fine. And then you've got 1, 2, 3 additional hits.
Okay, so that's quite a few hits there. Strength.
5.
Yep. So 3 to wound. That's a lot of wounds. 15 saves for the white shields. Flak armor. You've killed another 8. 8 white shields. Been cut to pieces. And they will do that again. Relentless stuff here from the Black Legion. Right. Second round. 3s.
Re-rolling 1s.
Re-rolling 1s because of
the Lord.
The Lord is present.
And then we've got
The presence of chaos is
1,
felt.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 additional attacks. Just re-roll those.
Yeah.
That's another 1.
Oh, that's so
8.
nasty.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Horrible.
5, 6, 7,
Yeah.
8.
8. And he's taking these again. 3s to wound. I think they could be dead. Yeah. That's a lot of wounds. Take another one off. That's a lot. Right. We have 16 saves to make for the White Shields. Welcome to the army group. Those that want to join, those that have joined, Cadia salutes you.
You did very well.
Mr. Exhaust and Mr. Little Tank,
you can
you're
do
nicknamed. Let's discover your fate.
Oh.
Yeah, they are 3 saves, and the White Shields have been cut up. Right there. We have 1 left. Right. On a 4+, Little Tank survives. On a 1, 2, or 3, it's Mr. Exhaust. Both are fellow comrades. Oh, who's that? Who's that?
That was Exhaust, isn't it?
Exhaust. I think Exhaust is still alive.
Well done, Exhaust.
Well done, Exhaust.
For the moment.
For the moment. But Little Tank, thank you for your support, comrade. But the rest of the White Shields and your comrades have been eviscerated by chainsaw attacks. Chiton Cleaver Smash. So, what's this model again called?
Chiton.
The Chiton.
Yes.
Into the Lehman Russ.
Demon Forge.
This is Ray Cross, is Tank. Okay, here we go.
Hit on 3s.
Hit on 3s. It should kill the tank. And re-rolling. Oh! Oh!
Toughness lots. Strength lots.
Strength lots.
Strength 16.
2s. And all
Re-rolling those 2.
Re-rolling those 2. Yes. 80 minus.
AP minus 4.
So I got to do 6 saves, a 6+. And what's the damage each?
6.
Sorry, say that again?
6.
6 damage a time.
Yes.
Okay, no pressure. Right, we'll call upon Dean Lighton. Sorry, Dean.
Come on, Dean.
Dean Lighton. For the Emperor. Yes! Using the last patron. Come on. Darren Gardner. He's a dreadnought. He loves dreadnoughts. In defiance of that thing. 6. No, 6 damage. And then I've got another 4 saves. I need a quadruple 6 to survive. It could happen.
Could happen.
Watch. No, it's not to be. Does it explode? That is
12, 24 wounds. 24
plus
it's
6.
30.
30 damage.
30 damage. It's been flattened.
It has been chucked, eviscerated, chopped in half, flipped. You name it. Oh, in defiance. It's going to kill.
He's gone.
Oh no. So that's gone. It's 6-inch blast radius. Unfortunately, Patrick Darling has been killed. And then D3 mortal wounds on yourself. Take that. 3 wounds.
I'm having to count up.
You're having to count up here. How many wounds do you have remaining?
26. No, 26. I've got 19.
19 wounds remain, but detonates and is destroyed. Raycross, Cadia, salutes you for your sacrifice. Mr. Exhaust, attack! Missed. Next up we have consolidation. We have 5 attacks. We have Donald Hammer, Sergeant Donald Hammer. He's been promoted. Was Specialist Guardsman, now he's a Sergeant. 1 hit. 1 wound. Ha ha! Bounces off.
Fine.
And next up is the Special Weapons Team. It sparks fly but doesn't penetrate. Another 2 attacks and misses there. Anything else?
What,
2 attacks over there. 3-inch consolidation. Attack! True gunners!
Dramatic.
For the Emperor. Missed. He stumbled over the top. Over the Pavario Ridge. Another 2 attacks. 1 hit from the Special Weapons Team. No damage, only strength 3 against toughness 4. No damage there. And that is the end of close combat.
No, I'm going to attack back.
Oh, he's going to attack back.
So,
yes.
Rhino, see if he flattens him. Oh, there's a 3, 2s.
What's that for?
The Rhino.
Why 2s?
Is it strength 6 attack?
Oh, strength 6, yeah, 2s to wound, yeah. And it does wound. Oh no, Mr. Exhaust could be flattened. Oh, it has! The Rhino is just squished! He squished Mr. Exhaust. Horrible! But that's what a way to die on the planet that you are raised up on. So, that's the end. You can consolidate 3 inches. I have no morale, really. Except for over here. We'll do the morale check now. They fail their morale test. So he has to go, because it's whole models that have been wounded. And then over here, on a 2+, nope, he holds. Oh, they've been killed, they've been destroyed. So forget it, that's another squad gone. Oh no! I've got another dice. Oh, he's done. So he survives. The sergeant is still alive, thankfully. That is the end of the
leadership.
turn. Leadership for over here, yes, is a good point. Oh no!
I'm not surprised, to be honest.
I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. Yep, oh, there's nothing I can do. I know I've got 2. I don't want to save my command points because veterans are coming on. They need to come on in support of Creed. And over here, I get to reroll my failed morale tests for Colour Sergeant Kill. I lost a lot. I'll reroll. Ah, no. So, whole model, he has to go. Special weapons team is gone. Now the sergeant on a 1 or 2, he runs away. He runs! And that's Donald Hammer. He runs away from chaos. I mean, I would. I am a coward. So, that is the end of the turn for the Black Legion. It has been a slaughter. Black Legion playing to their strengths, truly. Creed and Kell stand alone. But we hear the rumbling of tanks in the background. Reinforcements will be arriving as it is turn 2 for the Astra Militarum.
Is it only turn 2?
It is only turn 2. Yeah, it's a slaughter. Turn 2, coming right up. 7 command points, back up to 8 for the Astra Militarum. Calculated victory points for the Cadians. They scored none. None.
I feel for you.
None, because we got 1, but we need 2 to score 5 points, you see. It's not to be. So the Cadians already on turn 2 are on the back foot. But it's not over yet. We still have our commander. We still have Lord Castellan Creed and Colour Sergeant Kill, and reinforcements are on the way. The Vendetta and the Chimeras are rumbling on the battlefield. We're going to go straight on to the movement phase for the Cadians on turn 3.
2.
Yeah, turn 3. Yeah, turn 3. Yes, turn 2. No, turn 2. It is literally turn 2. Ah, my mind has gone lost into the warp today. So turn 2 for the Cadians. Right, it is the end of the movement phase for the Astra Militarum. Turn 2. The Valkyrie Vendetta as anti-tank role is to knock out that Predator. Primary objective, destroy all anti-tank capability for over there. The veterans have arrived in their chimeras. The plan is for Creed to order Kell and himself to move to form a screen, getting away from Abaddon himself, if possible. Next up, the Basilisks are stood still, playing to their strengths with their artillery. The infantry squad have to stay still, making the most of their re-rolling 1's ability. They have stood still as well. It's just simply Cadia must stand at this time. So the Sentinels as well, under the command of Marshal Cummings, has stood still, again playing to their strengths, rerolling those 1s. So that is the end of the movement phase. Actually, there's one thing I've got to do, and that is to move my Psyker, and he's going to shuffle over to here. Just going to shuffle to there, just to get in screen infantry cover over there. So that is the end of the movement phase. We can go straight on to the psychic phase now for the Cadians. Turn 2. Smite! Goes off at an 8. Ivan 24. I think you could possibly be... Yes, you are. You need to beat an 8. We defied you last time. He does defy the smite. The smite does not go off. That's the end of the psychic phase. Straight on to the shooting phase now for the Astra Militarum. First rank fire, second rank fire. Creed is going to issue an order to himself, move, move, move. And he's going to issue an order to Kel, move, move, move. Kel wants to tell Creed to get out of here. And Creed is like, no, no, come back, Sergeant, protect us. And there's like, no, I will hold the colours. I will hold Abaddon whilst you escape. Fitting the narrative here. So that's what Colour Sergeant Kel is going to do. Kel is defying orders from Creed. He wants to protect Creed. He is a sworn protector of Cadia, and he wants to meet Abaddon head on. The heavy bolters from the Vendetta are going to shoot into the Troops' Choice over there. These are just Chaos Marines, aren't they?
Yeah.
And the 6 las cannons are going to try and finish off the Predator. So the heavy bolters hitting on 4s. 1 wound. No 6s. That's not Cadian, that is Aeronautica Imperialis. That's not, any 6s are not wounding. Okay. I'll double check the wording. It could have regiment keyword. If it does gain that benefit. Off camera, no regiment keyword. It has Aeronautica Imperialis. Even though it's Astra Militarum vehicle, which it is,
yep.
It doesn't say regiment. Imagine that 6 is auto wounding with vendettas. Pretty nasty. It's not to be. They made it sensible. So 6 las cannon shots nonetheless into your Predator. Who's the Predator now?
We'll see.
We will see. 4s. So that's a cocked die. I'll read all that. Okay. Nice. Can you imagine that? 3 wounding. So 3 hits. 3s to wound. 2 wounds at AP -3.
2.
Saves on the double 5. I've been outwitted here by Armour of Contempt. Nasty. No damage whatsoever from Chris Comiskey's Vendetta. How interesting is that? Right, I was about to shoot, but I can't because I forgot. They're stunned because they're seeing the Sergeant bravely trying to take on those Chaos Marines there. It is a hopeless fight that we have there. Bad tactical errors, panic is ensuing the Cadian forces this day. Everything into there, including the Lasgun array. So Lasgun array hitting on 4s, and that's 4 hits, 5 to wound, 2 wounds on those Chaos Marines. They're fine. You roll double 5. Multi-laser, 1 hit, 3s to wound, 1 wound. Rolls a 2, takes a wound from a multi-laser. Heavy bolter, 2 hits, 3s to wound, 2 wounds. Oh, 2 Chaos Marines have been killed. And the Berserkers, yeah. So good shooting there from the Lucha and Girls Chimera. That's that unit completed. Colour Sergeant Kill was advanced, and he ran towards Abaddon. He has a mission to fulfill. The multi-laser and the heavy bolter into this squad. Lasgun array is going to shoot into the Khorne Berserkers. So multi-laser, 1 hit, 1 wound, 1 saving throw on one of your Berserkers. No, that's 1 dead. Sniped. Heavy bolter, 1 hit, no wound. Now the Lasgun array. On 4s, it's the Chimera's ballistic skill. Oh, that's Astra Militarum. So 4 automatic wounds. Keep forgetting that. Another Chaos Marine been shot by a Lasgun fire.
Same squad, yeah?
Yeah, it's just over here actually. So Khorne Berserker gone. Rinse and repeat with this Chimera, except this is a heavy flamer. D6 auto shots, only one, gonna have to spend a CP. Oh, good catch there. That's another 5 automatic hits. And that there is 4 wounds, AP -1.
Oh dear.
Another 2 Chaos Marines being cooked alive.
Defiance here. Remember, Chaos Marines in this particular mission have 2 wounds, keeping it to the narrative. Multi-laser next. 1 hit. No wounds there. Next up is the Lasgun Array, same target. That there is another 2 wounds, automatic, because of Astra Militarum. Good shooting from the Chimeras, good debut. And another 3 wounds. 5 saves in total. And another wound has been taken from the Khorne Berserkers. Bolt pistol to the face from the Commissar. He hits. And he does wound. 1 save.
Right.
Does save. Ministorum Priest. He hits. He does not wound.
Was that an automatic wound anyway? Because it was a 6.
No. He's a Ministorum Priest.
Sorry.
And he is a Officio Prefectus. Does not have the regimental
Okay.
keyword. So next up is the Special Weapons team. Going to pick up some targets here. 1 sniper into the biker. Actually, no. Let's take a pop shot. Try and kill the sorcerer. So we've got... How many have we got here? We've actually got 2 snipers. Take out the sorcerer. 2 hits. 6 is to wound. Strength 4. So 1 wound. His toughness 4. Takes a wound. Next up is the Lasguns. Into him as well. Long range. 1 hit. 1 wound. Another wound. Another saving throw.
Yep.
Saved. Oh, I can't shoot at him because he's a character. So that would have.
Doesn't matter anyway because
it doesn't scrap it. Yeah, doesn't matter. It would have been nothing anyway. Next up is the sniper over here against the obliterator. He hits. Doesn't wound because toughness 5 on those obliterators. Very tough indeed. So that's the special weapons squad finished. 6 sentinel shots going to shoot into those marines that are holding the objective. So we have 6 shots, needing 4s, 1 auto wound, and rerolling ones. That's another auto wound, and another 1 wound. So 3 saves. Another 1 has been killed because it's 2 damage time. That's from the sentinels over here. Maxfield Knuckles is Lean Rust battle tank. Going to fire the las cannon into the obliterators, the battle cannon into the obliterators, and the twin heavy bolter sponsons onto the Khorne Berserkers over there. So the Khorne Berserkers first. Rerolling ones. 2 automatic wounds only. 8 -1. Saved. Okay, armor bounces off. Next up we have the battle cannon. Stood still. I spend a CP, please, and I'm going to re-roll the ordnance. Okay, it paid off a little bit. 7. 7 dice. And 4s. 1 automatic wound. 4 wounds in total.
them, yeah?
Yep, this is into the obliterators. AP -2.
Does a bunker cover, does that count as cover?
Yes, you count as cover.
So
Yep.
It's,
Free up saves. No. Okay, so 2d3 damage.
yep.
That's a 5 and a 2. How many wounds do they have each?
They have,
I'm just going to double check this. Could have 4.
they've got 4 wounds.
4 wounds.
Yeah.
Obliterator has been obliterated. So 1 has been killed. Good shooting there from Maxfield Knuckles. And then the las cannon to finish another one off. 1, re-rolling. That's a 5, that's a hit. And no wound, nothing there. to report. So that's the conclusion of that firepower. Next up is the basilisks. Winston Adkins' tank is going to shoot over there. This is damaged, so it's going to be a -1. Counting as ballistic skill 5+. I will choose the 6 for ordnance. So, needing 5s. Ah, what a shame. Okay, 2 automatic wounds. Can't complain. AP -3. Another D3 damage. Take that off in a second. Ah, no, only 1. Only 1 wound taken from that Chaos Marine. Next up is the ordnance.
Mine's dead.
So I'm going to definitely take the 6 again. Two automatic wounds, another 2 hits. 4 wounds in total. AP -3. Remember, it's ignoring line of sight because of the Astra Militarum. Another 2 comes through. 2d3, so 1 dies, so take off away a dice. A d3. Oh, that 1 again. That's a shame. The heavy bolters are going to fire into that squad, by the way, just to clarify that. Again, ordnance. I've rolled another 6 again. Crazy. Oh no, only 1. Only 1 hit. And it failed to wound. Artillery misses. And then I've got another 2 dice. Just firing the heavy bolters together. 1 also wound. Rerolling 1. Okay. That's 3 wounds.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Another 2 have been killed. Okay, not bad firepower. We've got the infantry squad next. Heavy bolter into the Chaos Marines. But then I'm going to fire the infantry squad rapid firing into the obliterators. 28 shots into the obliterator. These are the las guns. 6s are really good because they'll be auto wounding. Wow, okay. 5 automatic wounds. Rerolling these 1s because they did stay still. Okay, so these have hit their mark. All of these. Now rolling to wound. 5s. So that there is 10 saving throws of 2+. Very, very tough to bring down. But we have to. We have no choice. And only taken a wound. 1 wound has been taken on those obliterators. Heavy bolter into the Chaos Marines. 1 automatic wound, rerolling 1s. 1 hit, 3 to wound, and that's a 6 again. So that's AP -1, and they save because of Armour of Contempt. Very, very handy there. The Lord Commissar. The blade of conquest shines on Cadia's soil. Charge! Will you overwatch?
No.
No. 6 is the range. Riposte. The priest. He charges as well.
Look at my relic. You see this relic? It's been given to me by Macleod himself and blessed by the Emperor. Have a look at it. Have a look at it! Ah!
Here it is. The Blade of Conquest, given by Lord Solar Macarius himself. Hitting on 2s.
Yes.
Strength +2. 3s to wound. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll. Yes. AP -4.
Okay. 6s.
Yep, 6s.
Nope.
None, and it's D3 damage a time.
Go for it. 1. Yep.
Number 2. Ah! Killed another one. Now the Minister and Priest, do you want to interrupt?
Yes, I will.
Oh, he's got plenty of command points to spare.
Yes.
He's going to spend 2 command points here to interrupt. Here we go. Here we go. The chainsword attacks is going to the Minister and Priest.
Can I just check on the Lord?
I think you should be.
Yes, sir.
Yes, he's in. No problem at all.
Okay.
Yes, his reroll buffs.
So that was, and then I'll get an additional because 2 6s.
Death to the false emperor.
3s.
3 to wound.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, a Ministorum Priest has a 4+ invulnerable save. We'll get the appropriate dice here. How many wounds is that?
That is 11.
11 wounds to shrug off. He survive. This dice roll will determine his fate.
Not bad.
Not bad. But he is dead. He has been eviscerated. Faith in the Emperor has not paid off this day. He is removed as a casualty.
See this relic? Blessed by the Emperor.
To attack again anyway.
He's going to attack again. Defiance tactics is working here. He knows his codex all too well. Right, into the Lord Commissar. Hitting on 3s? Is it 2s?
Yeah, 3s.
3s. Death to the false emperor.
One.
Yeah.
So, and then additional. There we go.
Additional attacks.
3s.
3s to wound. Okay, we do have a refractor field. Lord Commissar, Cranford. 5 up invuln. He could be alive. If he has 4 wounds, he will still be alive.
Is it a Lord Commissioner?
Lord Commissar.
Commissar.
He's just checking.
We've got 4.
Ah, yes, he's still alive with 1 wound remaining.
Another round of close combat here. Sergeant Drew Gomez.
3, 4.
Another turn of attacking.
6.
This is not going to be pretty. Get it done quickly. Put him out of his misery.
Take that those 2 out. 2 additional.
Cadia salutes you, Commander. Cadia salutes you, Sergeant. Defiant, faithful to the army group. Yes, AP minus?
None. It's chainsaws.
Okay. Here we go.
So 8.
8 saves of 5+. Flak armour. A valiant attempt, but Sergeant Drew Gomez is no more. Thank you, comrade, for your support. It is the end of the turn and a new battle round. We've got to do morale checks here. Morale for the Berserkers.
Berserkers should, I think I should know this. I should really.
I mean, come on, how long have you known that codex
Well,
for?
as I said, it's only the second time I've played this. So the leadership 8, but
Leadership
then
8.
9 because they're Black Legion.
9 because the Black Legion.
They are fine.
They are absolutely fine. Of course,
Over
not
here.
over 1.
They are
1,
fine.
they are absolutely fine. Their morale is pretty realistic here.
I think that's it. Is that it?
They've taken a few casualties. Let's see what they would get.
4.
4. They're okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. That is it. That's the end of the turn. We're going to go on to battle round 3, turn 3, for the forces of the Black Legion. 13 command points. Back up to 14 for the Black Legion. Calculated the scores at the end of the command phase. The score is 36 points to the Black Legion, to the Cadians 2. So, I don't think we're going to win this fight, but nonetheless, we will keep fighting on. We'll try and defend our planet at all cost. Everything else is secondary, even the mission itself. But we want to protect our comrades here. So, it is the end of the command phase. Going to go straight on to the movement phase now for the forces of the Black Legion, turn 3. End of the movement phase on turn 3 for the forces of Chaos. And Luke, tell us, what have you done, good sir?
I have moved again forward. I'm trying to get all of my pieces into position to try and wipe you all out. I've got some armour to get through, but I'm clearing the battle lines.
It's just mopping up mission, really. Just consuming, killing, no quarter given to the forces of Cadia. Yeah. We've been saying here that he's going to hold his fire against Kel. He's come for a challenge.
Wants to wet his blade.
Yes. Now the eyewitness here, there is an eyewitness here of this moment. Lord Jacobus Courtesan, close friend of Kel in the 18th Cadian Army Group's narrative, is seeing all this in the orbital spire on top. It is a sad day, seeing his friend go boldly against the War Master himself. But we will carry on. The veterans have been sent here to plug in the gap, to screen Creed's escape. It's not going to happen, he says. Luke says it's not going to happen. We shall find out, nonetheless. So, we're going to go on to the psychic phase now for the forces of Chaos. Turn 3.
Warp time.
Warp time on the Lord.
Oh, I'm going to re-roll that.
He's definitely going to re-roll that.
Ooh.
Oh.
I don't think so. I think it's a 7.
Oh dear.
Oh,
this could be a fail.
Ah, well. He gets to re-roll for charging. Warp time is a 6.
And that is a failure, even after spending a command point.
Rub it in.
Rub it in.
Right, bolt pistol. I'm just... bolt pistols are going to shoot at this tank here.
Okay, right. Bolt pistols. Oh, so he's done the psychic phase then?
Yes, sorry.
Okay, going to go straight on.
Actually, no, smite.
Smite!
Oh, it's going to have to... Yeah, tank.
Smite into the tank.
Yeah.
Goes off. Who cast it?
It's the sorcerer there.
I'm going to see if I can deny with my primary psyker. Now, you rolled an 8, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
I can deny. Good deny rolls here in this mission. And denied again. The Psycho has done very well here, denying the powers of the Chaos Sorcerer. So that's the end of the psychic phase, straight onto the shooting phase. Lord Commissar has been bolt pistoled. I forgot to fire a bolt las pistol over there with the with the sergeant. But it's too late now, he's been distracted.
Yeah, out of range.
A tactical error. That's missed. Okay. Next up.
Bolt pistol into there.
Yep.
Hits. Doesn't wound.
Doesn't wound.
And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bolt pistols.
4 bolt pistols and a plasma, it looks like.
Yeah. So bolt pistols. 3 hit. Reroll 1.
Reroll 1s.
Your Lord.
No.
No.
And no damage.
Overcharge the plasma.
Overcharge the plasma.
Hits.
Does wound. Make -3. Doesn't save, 2 damage. Chimera is down to 8 wounds remaining. Lord is shooting, plasma pistol.
Overcharge.
Overcharge, he hits. Does wound again, very good dice rolling. 6s, no, 2 damage. And this is on...
That wounded.
This one here.
Yeah.
Okay, down to 6 wounds remaining there for that Chimera. That's Luke Schrengel's Chimera. Walter, who are you targeting?
The Chimera again.
The Chimera again.
3 hits.
3 hits, 5 to wound.
No
Nothing,
wounds.
bounced off the armour.
Then I'm going to shoot all these guys into there.
Yep, not targeting kill. He wants a
Glory.
challenge, he wants glory.
So, yeah, 1, I think, yeah, 1. 1 melter shot,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, got 1 melter gun. Got a melter gun there.
No, that's in range, that one's going to be out.
Okay.
So, melter gun shot.
Yep, melter gun into the Chimera. He hits. 3s to wound.
No.
Doesn't wound. Do you want to spend a CP?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's done it. AP -4. Nothing I can do. D6 damage.
For the 6.
Ah, that's 6. And this guy's inside. Does it blow up? It does not blow up, but there's occupants inside. There's 10 models there. Rolls of 1, models are slain. 2 veterans have been slain, so 8 get out. And that's Luke Schrengel's Chimera. Thank you, Luke Schrengel, for your support on the channel. Titan has selected a target. It's going to fire its fist cannon into
Gatling cannon.
the Gaitan Gatling cannon. What's the range of that weapon?
48.
48. And it's going to shoot into Winston Adkins's Basilisk. I spent 2 command points for Demon Forge. One command point for Demon Forge. It's going to shoot into the Basilisk.
Yep, I'll go over here.
So I'm going to go over here to roll the dice. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of Demon Forge. That's paid off. Toughness 6.
8. So 3.
3's the wound. Re-rolling failed wound rolls because of Demon Forge.
Okay, 6.
6 save.
-2.
-2. 5 to save. As a drop dice. Winston, thank you, comrade. Thank you, General. He's a specialist artillery commander.
Oh, not bad.
Oh, how many wounds?
2 damage
5
each.
wounds, yeah. He's gone. Winston Adkins' Basilisk has gone. Does it explode? It does not explode. Gone. It is removed. Cadia's Call has been removed as a casualty. Chaos Space Marine squad is going to shoot into the Specialist squad. Panicking here. They are frightened.
8.
Every man for himself. The chain of command is breaking up. Just roll some dice there. 3's to wound.
5.
5 wounds. +1 to the saving throws because they're in cover. 4's to save. Another 3 have been cut down. That's the las gunners.
Then the melters.
And the melters are 2 hits.
1 wound.
Dead. Retribution time against the Vendetta. Got 14 wounds to get through.
Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s because it's -1 to hit. Wow. 3's to wound. All wounded. Oh dear. What am I going to do against such reckless hate? Save 1. Not going to kill it.
8.
There's 8 damage though on that Vendetta. It's not been Vendetta today. It's taken a lot of damage. Flamer auto hitting, would you believe?
2.
Flamers against anti-aircraft.
No.
Nothing.
And then the 1 hit. 1 hit.
1 hit.
And a wound.
And a wound. And a save. 3-up save. Okay, Vendetta is done.
Obliterators.
Obliterators. Okay, we're going to calculate the strength, AP, and damage. Coming right up.
Strength.
Wow, strength 9.
Strength 9.
AP,
AP.
-3.
Oh, 3 damage.
3 damage.
I'm going to go.
Yes, I thought you would.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hitting on 3s.
hitting on 3s. There's another one there.
Yeah.
Strength.
Wounding on 3s.
Yeah.
That was one. That wasn't one.
That there is 7 wounds.
Yes.
At AP -3,
Yeah.
damage 3. This is nasty. This is Maxfield Knuckles' tank. A fellow comrade. A regimental commander of the army group. And his prestige of medals as well. 5s to save. The slump to the ground. And that's 15 damage. A silent here. Still missed. At 6 it blows up as well.
Again, I'm not surprised.
Oh no. D3 mortal wounds on the Chimera. It's taken a mortal wounds. It's down to 9 wounds remain. And Lord Castellan Creed, he is just about okay. That basilisk has been hit. D3 mortal wounds. Oh, no, 3! Oh, it's down to 8 wounds remaining on that basilisk. Thank you, comrade, for your support. But you will not live to see this battle concluded. Right, who are you targeting?
I'm targeting...
Tyler Griselli.
Yes.
A faithful Patreon. Bullying my Patreons today.
I'm just getting them a mention on the battle report.
That's fine. No, they get what they pay for. Even unto death for glory. Glory.
Right. Damage.
Damage. 3 again. AP -3.
So that's 9. AP -3. Damage.
Stop it! No! Obliterate again!
Right, freeze!
Freeze! Oh, no!
And then freeze.
Cadia has fallen.
Okay, that's
No!
5.
No! Oh, no. Save 1. 12 damage. Does it explode? No. Tyler Griselli. Basilisk removed. Artillery support is diminishing here. We only have an anonymous basilisk. An insult! You left the anonymous one alive. You killed all my fellow comrades this day. Oh. Horrible. This is just picking targets here. Merciless. We're triggered. Hate.
Plasma, because they've not done much overcharging on him.
Okay.
Ready for this to completely evaporate my hands. Yeah, there it goes, but a hit.
He dies.
And
He does wound. AP -3. Do we defy this plasma bolt? No! 2 damage, down to 4 wounds remaining. Not going to Overwatch, we're on the charge phase now. Here we go. Biker.
In.
He's in. Obliterators, 5 inches. Yes, they will make it. Just about. The law, actually, I'm out of range. I can't Overwatch. Because he's only got 6-inch range.
Yeah.
However, the Lord wants to charge and capture Creed. No.
But I can re-roll.
But you can re-roll. And that's a 1.
5.
The 5 -2
Nope.
because of the crater.
Nope.
Creed using his tactical genius to halt the charge.
To run away.
To run away. That's right.
Them into there.
Yes. Now we will Overwatch.
Yeah.
We will Overwatch for this veteran squad. Veterans supercharging. 6s are excellent because we'll be auto wounding.
Yeah.
I will be supercharging. So 1s will be kills. Nope. Next one. Nope. Missed his target. No, they missed with the plasma. Now a pistol. And we've got 4 other las guns. This is another 8 shots here. Forgive me for my camera work. Hitting on 6s. 6s are auto wounding because of Astra Militarum doctrine. Freeze to save.
How many, sorry?
2 saves.
2 saves.
And that's a Corn Berserker shot down by veterans.
Yeah,
We'll take that down.
okay.
Charges. A
6.
6-inch charge. We'll double check that. I think
I can re-roll anyway.
you can re-roll anyway, but we'll check anyway. You get a 3-inch, so you'll make it in.
Yeah.
You'll make it into close contact with the enemy. Okay. Abaddon wants to charge Kel. Kel wants to Overwatch. Take away that CP. Oh, I did. Yes, I did over there. Forget that. So, las pistol. Doesn't wound. Okay, he needs a 10-inch charge. Normally it'd been 8, but it's -2 for the crater.
He wants it.
Okay. Okay, official narrative is here. Abaddon against Kel. Who will survive? Will history change in this battle report? I highly doubt it.
They're charging into it then.
And they will charge into the special weapons team. I can't overwatch. And that's a 7-inch charge. They will make it into combat there. The Obliterators are attacking the infantry squad here. We're going to perform a heroic intervention with the Primaris Psycho. You have 3 attacks each.
4, well, they're 3 attacks, but 4 for hateful assault.
Hateful assault. So you'll be hitting on -1?
No,
it's just 3s.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only +1.
Yeah.
And death to the false.
Okay. Death. Choose to kill.
I don't know if that was
Yeah.
hit roll. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is there any multi-wounded ones? Because
yes.
It's D3.
1 model there. So I will keep the sergeant alive because he has more attacks, basically.
Okay.
So D3.
So
yeah, it's dead.
And then you've got all those because they're all single wounds, are they?
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
have been cut down. So the sergeant is only alive. These comrades in arms are dead. However, there is something we've got to do. Take away those 2 CPs. Kell is going to interrupt against his hated foe. Colour Sergeant Kell is weapon skill 3+, -1 for a power fist. And furthermore, it's only going to be 1 damage because
Abaddon reduces damages by half damage.
by half, yep, rounded up to 1. Hitting on force. He hits twice. I will spend a command point for him.
Go for it.
He's an honourable character. He missed. Oh. Strength ×2. Your toughness is
5.
3's to wound. Yes! AP -3. Come on!
4 ups.
I defy you!
Get wounds off.
Come on!
Takes 2 wounds.
Takes 2 wounds! Get off my planet! Take this! Cadian stands! Stands! Ah! Now you defy me! Attack me now!
Okay.
Ah!
He's going to hit you with the talon.
No!
Hitting on 2s.
You're on 2s.
Re-rolling the 1s. Only he's got death to the false emperor on 5 and 6s.
Oh!
So, yep.
What does he have? Oh, come on. No, he has nothing.
Okay.
He has nothing.
Strength 10.
2s.
2s. And then it is -4 D3.
Yep.
Is he gone?
I think so. Do your D3 damage attacks. Keep it to the narrative. What would the damage of... That's so realistic. He's definitely dead. Colour Sergeant Jaron Kell has been killed. Officially. This defining moment of history has been reborn and is justifiably narrative in the 40k universe. Abaddon, the way he killed Colour Sergeant Kell, his neck snapped.
I think he's missed the blood, to be honest.
Yes. Remember this model, Games Workshop? How you triggered me and how you triggered the entire army group. Remember that name, Colour Sergeant Jaron Kell. An honourable mention to you, good sir. You'll be a legend in the army group. Forever and ever. Cadian stands! What has happened to my... Jaron Kell! No! He's been killed! I'm angry. Squad in trouble here. The Corn Berserkers are attacking.
3s.
3s to hit. Oh, there's a few misses there. Oh. One wound. One.
-1.
1 killed. Veteran been cut down.
3, 6.
And they'll get to fight again.
Oh, I've got the chainsaws first.
Got the chainswords.
Oh, nice. That's an additional one, so I might as well just add that. 3s.
Oh.
No AP. 2 wounds.
Nope, another 2 guardsmen, veteran guardsmen killed. Ah, no. Voxcaster. Oh no, it's another.
I'm going to go again. So.
Yeah, he's going to go again. Ah, the relentless march of the Black Legion.
Chain axes. That's better with an additional.
Additional attack.
3s. -1.
-1. How many wounds is that in total? 4 wounds. -1. That's going to kill another 3 guardsmen. Take away the Vox. Take away the 2 plasmas. Ah, a shame.
And then the chain.
Chainswords. 3s to hit. 3s to wound. 3 saves for the Emperor. And they've been killed. It is a sad day for Cadian. Oh, our sergeant is dead. The colours have been taken. Oh, it's just quiet here.
Just checking how many.
Just contemplating the loss of Jaron Kell.
5, 6. 6.
It's just cutting up our boys. Stop killing my boys! You're killing me!
That's the point. Right, 3.
Oh!
With 2 additional. Yeah, 2 additional.
No more! No! Oh, Luke just doesn't care. He wants to get the job done.
That's 8 wounds. No
8
minus.
wounds. No minuses. This is against the special weapons team.
In that corner, yeah.
Oh dear, the butchery. A valiant attempt, but they have been killed as well. These guys, they are no more. Still clinging on to objective as well.
Commissar
Commissar,
gets to attack.
I will get to attack. Kill them all. All hit. 2 wounds. AP -4.
Yep.
D3 damage. Ah.
Oh.
Nothing. Just kills 1 berserker. Now the berserkers will fight the Commissar.
Chainswords. 2 additional.
Lord Commissar Cranford. Oh no, 5 wounds. 5 up refractor field saves. Nope. The Lord Commissar has been removed as a casualty. Charles Cranford, thank you, comrade, for your support. The Primaris Psyker. Oh no. He will attack.
Well, you've still got to do this as well. I haven't used that passive.
2 hits. 1 wound.
Saved.
No, saved.
And then my Power Fist guy.
Power Fist, who are you attacking?
Well, it's the
Primary Psyker.
Because, yeah, he
Kill the Psyker.
No!
No, he's missed, and I will attack back. 2 hits. Force stave is +2 strength.
3.
1 wound. AP -1.
Oh,
no.
goes through.
D3 damage.
Oh, go
on a
on.
5+. I will kill him.
Go for it.
Yes! Ah! Defy you! Dead! Now I will plunge in. Consolidate into the Obliterator. You will not overtake us. Cadia is a
I've
people.
already attacked. Oh no, I get to attack.
You already done your attacks?
Yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah, we've already done the
Yeah.
attacks. This is a quick pause there.
I was just like, hang on.
It's like a bit confusing here. But that is the end of close combat. And that is the end of the turn. And I'm just going to say it here, I think it's the end of the game.
Oh, I can wipe them all off.
Oh, you want to wipe them all off?
No.
Yeah, it's just, you've cut off the head and morale has just flattened.
That way.
And history has repeated itself. Colour Sergeant Kell has been removed forever. This is the day he literally died. Not going to melt the model, don't panic or anything like that. But this is history repeated in the 40k universe. Abaddon grabbed Colour Sergeant Kell. Eyewitnesses say that Abaddon snapped his neck and Kell slumped to the ground. But his last words, I'm about to reveal them right now, is Cadia stands. And it's echoed across Cadia itself. You see these guardsmen shouting, Cadia stands, Cadia stands, Cadia stands. And then in the comments section, I guarantee people will say, Cadia stands, Cadia stands. And then all throughout the internet and all throughout the galaxy, Cadia will stand, and as a people.
I like to think that one Black Legion commenter will just go, no, it doesn't. But that'll be me.
That'll be Luke himself, and of course my brother as well, and many others that hate the Imperium. So that concludes this fight. What an epic fight it has been. It's been an absolute pleasure to play this game today. It's taken a lot of planning. Thank you, Luke, for coming down
That's all right.
and bringing down your Black Legion. It's been an absolute historical fight here, and what a fight it's been. We tried to do it as, it's a little bit different. We did a bit of a narrative list, narrative fun list, and a bit of banter. Forgive me, I've literally coming up to having a sore throat because I've shouted Cadia stands so much on the banter.
It's been awesome, and what I think is Abaddon, because obviously they were surrounded by lots of, he's just shouted, leave them to me! And they've all stood back going, all right, guys.
Okay,
So-
that's fine, we'll back off. We'll let him do his part here. So the Black Legion's mission has been completed, but not quite, because Kell, thanks to his heroics, has halted Abaddon's pursuit of Creed himself. Creed is still alive, but will he escape? That is the question. And you will see at the end of this video what the future of Cadia will be, thanks to the new teaser pics and releases from Games Workshop. So you'll see that picture as a heroic momentum and time to contemplate of what Cadia once was. They are a people, and they still are. They may be scattered, but Cadia is a people, and they will stand none the less. So that concludes this battle report. Again, thank you to Luke Seaman for coming down. He is a member of the Deployment Zone TV channel member. And do check out Winters SEO's YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And furthermore, check out his deploymentzone.tv to become a member. And furthermore, his Patreon page as well. Special thank you to all the patrons that are supporting me. Right now you can see all the patrons listed in front of you in the end credits of this video. Special shout out also to the YouTube members and for all the patrons that are the lower tier as well. Thank you for your support on the channel. Thank you to the sponsors as well. Do check out Outpost Gaming, our new sponsors on the channel. Do check them out. 20% if not more for your purchases of Warhammer 40,000. So it concludes this epic fight. Cadia has been lost officially. The evacuation of the army, and armies plural, has commenced. The Sister Sorolestas, or whatever they're called, the Sisters of Battle, Sister Sororitas, that's the one. They will come and rescue, as well as the Ultramarines. Rabute Gilliman.
Boo.
Come. Boo, yeah, that's right. Has come to rescue the comrades of Cadia. The fortress world has gone, But as a people, they will stand. Cadia stands, and for the Emperor. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.